Hey guys, Justin here with JHart Modelworks. So it is time for our first update on the Tamiya Ferrari 360 Modena. We don't have a whole lot to go over in this video. Honestly, most of my attention has been on the Ducati 1199, the buddy build that I'm doing with Jamie G. He is absolutely killing it on his bike build. He is not building nearly as slow as he told me he was going to end up building, so I'm way behind and playing catch up. A lot of my focus has been on that. That bike build is just so much fun. But we do have the body in color and in clear, and it's an absolutely gorgeous color, and I really wanted to show you guys where it's at. So let's get the camera flipped around and let's take a look. Alright guys, here she is, all painted up, and she is absolutely gorgeous. I am loving this color. This is just this crazy dark, gorgeous purple, and it just explodes when the light hits it. This is a color from Gaia Notes. This is a very limited edition color called Prism Lilac Black. The only company I know of in the US that is selling this right now is Robot Kai. There is a Prism Blue Black, which was the first Prism Black color they did. That one's not a limited edition that I know of. Then they came out with this and a limited edition Prism Green Black. Robot Kai, like I said, is the only place I've seen that has them in stock, and they're about $22 a bottle. That bottle is this size. The really nice thing about Gaia Notes paints, though, is that you thin them 2 or 3 times with thinner. So this is actually about 2.5 parts thinner to 1 part paint. You can use their leveling thinner. You can use their they've got another thinner called Metallic Master. They've got a standard thinner. They've got 4 or 5 different thinners. You can use their thinners. I used Mr. Leveling Thinner, and it works fantastic with Mr. Leveling Thinner as well. Because you thin this 3 times, 2 times to 3 times, you end up from this 30 milliliter bottle of paint, which is kind of expensive, I completely agree, you end up with 120 milliliters of actual sprayable product. And this is enough easily for 4 or 5 cars at least. One thing that I have noticed is the pearl settles very quickly. So my advice when you're spraying this, if you do spray this, one, you have to spray it over a black primer. Mr. Surfacer Black Primer is amazing. It's pretty much my go-to black primer. Spray your first coat, mix it up really good. If you've got the Badger paint mixer, bust that thing out, mix this really, really well. Spray your first coat. Pull it out of the paint cup, put it back in the bottle while you're waiting for your 10-minute flash off time, mix it back up. That way that is not setting into the bottom of your airbrush. And then when you pull that first trigger out, all that pearl comes out at once and messes everything up. I really recommend that you pull it out, put it back in the bottle, mix everything up, spray some thinner through your airbrush just real quick, and then reload the brush when you're ready to spray. That way you'll get nice, even, consistent coats of this purple pearl. Follow that up with some 2K clear coat, just some automotive stuff that my buddy Diedrich gave me, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I love this color. It is absolutely stunning. It reminds me a lot of Ferrari's Viola Hong Kong. It is a really, really crazy dark purple, absolutely gorgeous color. Trying to get it in model grade paints has been kind of a nightmare. I got some from Gravity Colors and it's absolutely terrible. When you spray it, you can't really see the purple, and when you do see the purple, it's really, really grainy. Like, it's really bad. It is definitely a 1-to-1 automotive paint that they're selling over there, and it does not scale down well, at least not in the product that I got from them. I'd reached out to Paul over at ProScale because, Paul will mix pretty much any color you ask for and just add it to his list. He told me this was probably one of the only colors he couldn't color match. So he does not have that one on there. So I went and, I saw these. I think Barbados Rex was doing videos on these, and I saw them, and I grabbed the purple, and I thought that would be really cool for something. I had no idea what, and I sat down to do this Ferrari and was just like, you know what? Let's do this really dark purple, and it looks awesome. I did pick up the Prism Green Black. I have something I want to do that on. It is not happening this year probably at all. But Sean from the Scale Model Car Guide channel has not been on YouTube in a long time. But Sean sent me, I was doing some 3D printing and stuff for him, and he sent me Tester's BMW. I want to say it's like a 635 CSI or something like that. It is a reboxed Fujimi Enthusiast kit, and I really think that kit would look great in that crazy, just dark green. So I do have a bottle of that coming in sometime as well, and that's probably the extent of my purchasing for a long time. Now, when I went to shoot the 2K, before I did, I cleaned my booth out like I always do. I then sprayed water all over my booth we've got this big, instead of using just a little squeezy trigger bottle like I normally do for removing the popcorn from the ceilings, we got this big spray thing. You pump it and then you just hold the trigger down and spray, and I sprayed the crap out of my booth, and honestly I think it really helped. There is absolutely no dust in this body whatsoever. I have never had a dust-free clear coat job. I just never have. And I really think a lot of this had to do with just hosing that booth down so that there was no dust flying around in the booth. One thing that did happen though, when I was shooting the 2K, I figured I would try using the Badger 105 Patriot for a clear coat brush. Since I switched it back to the 105 needle, I haven't been using it for pretty much anything at all, but I thought if I shot with the 0.5 needle, it would lay down like a broader spray, and that might give me a smoother finish. While it did give me a very nice, gorgeous, smooth finish, it sagged. It went down really heavy. It went down, I used more clear coat than I normally would. And you can definitely see where it has sagged right along the bottom edges. And there's not much I can do about this. I've already sanded on this a bit, so it's not nearly as bad as it was before. But I'm really concerned about sanding through that clear and getting into the paint and just damaging the paint job. I've done it repeatedly. Almost every time that I've tried to fix a sagged clear coat, I have burnt through somewhere and just caused a lot of trouble. When you put the bottom skirts on, you can see it if you're looking real close, but honestly, sitting on the shelf, I don't really think it's going to be that big of a deal. So I think I'm going to stop trying to sand and polish this now before I wreak some havoc. Now, I did mask off the back, and I kept this back panel black. This came on the Challenge Stradale cars, which was like a special edition car. Ferrari will do a car, and then after a few years of selling that car, they'll release a special edition version. So you would have like the 458 Speciale or the 360 Challenge Stradale. The F430 got the 430 Scuderia. Cars like that. The 488, I think, got the Pista. The Pista was the special edition car for that. So it was a really, really neat looking thing. A lot of regular Modena guys have gone back in and gotten that black. It's actually a black mesh for this back panel, and they've replaced that panel. So I thought this would look really cool in that nice satiny black. This is actually just Mr. Surfacer 1500 primer. It makes like the nicest semi-gloss black I've seen. We kept this back here in that same Mr. Surfacer primer, and your glass will just glue into place. And we masked off and did our trim. Now I didn't mask this off before I sprayed the purple, and then after I shot the purple I was like, oh crap, I forgot to mask those off. So I went back in, masked the trims off, sprayed some more Mr. Surfacer, and did the side trims, as well as, you can barely see it here, the front window trim. That was fun to try and mask off and spray because it is absurdly thin. I actually went through it when I was rescribing the panel lines. There's a couple of tiny little holes where I kind of popped through it, but we got it done. And all in all, I think it looks really, really good. So that's going to be a wrap on this one, guys. There's really, like I said, there's really not a lot of progress on this. I don't know how much progress I may or may not be doing. My wife's cat Tiggy he's not been eating. He's 12 years old now. He's not been eating for a while. We think he may have an infected tooth or something, so we're going to be running him up this weekend to the dentist. Or not to the dentist. We're going to be running him up this weekend to the vet. And hopefully we get some good news. So for those of you guys that pray, please pray for my cat, because that will wreak havoc on my poor wife. She loves that cat to death. He is her baby boy. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I always appreciate you watching the videos and supporting the channel. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Probably going to get back to working on the bike because I've got a lot of progress on the bike. So we're going to take a look at that next week, and I'll catch you on the next one.